Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath is presently in Delhi. He has already met Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah, and the meeting with the Prime Minister took place today. In a meeting that lasted for almost an hour, both leaders likely have discussed various issues, including the next year's crucial assembly elections of the state. However, the meeting also comes in the backdrop of alleged displeasure in the top BJP leadership with the functioning of the Uttar Pradesh government, especially during the COVID crisis. This discontent has risen, especially after, remember, bodies were seen floating in the Ganga River. Now, the poor performance in the Panchayat elections and also a reported opposition of Yogi Adityanath to the appointment of former bureaucrat A.K. Sharma, who is otherwise known to be close to the Prime Minister, are some of the issues that have widened the rift. Yogi Adityanath has also presently met BJP chief JP Nadda and will later has likely called on President Ramnath Kovind as well. He has met Home Minister already. Rahul Srivastava, our National Affairs editor, for all the latest. Rahul, what we know with regard to the BJP, at least this government, that not a lot is played out in the public or revealed. And they are also, in fact, meeting with other leaders as well. But why should this meeting with Yogi Adityanath be considered so crucial and significant?
Pooja, UP is significant for the BJP's 2024 effort, and that is why the BJP does not want to lose ground in Uttar Pradesh in 2022. If you see what these meetings have largely been, it was nearly 1 hour, 20 minutes with the Prime Minister. And what we are told that they were can be divided into largely two groups. One is a review in terms of the challenges in terms that there is a farmer protest in Western UP. There is a large-scale resentment among the very politically significant Brahmin caste in eastern Uttar Pradesh. There is an issue of mishandling of the second surge and a huge perception crisis, two of them. One, those bodies floating in the Ganga, and also the style of functioning of Yogi Adityanath. Now, in that, as far as post-review, what the message from the center is, one, that he has to change that perception battle. In terms, if there is a farmers' protest, the message that the MSP for a lot of food grains and other items has been increased, that message should go further. The grant which is given to farmers, the Bima policy, the insurance policy, all that needs to reach the farmers to convince them that the government is working for them. Second, the Brahmins have to be given a signal that the BJP is still in with them, and that whole Thakurwad charge against Yogi Adityanath, that needs to be diluted. If there is a crisis in terms of COVID-19, the free vaccine centralized process that the Prime Minister announced on Monday last needs to be talked about. Also importantly, the message is you have to work with everybody. The next election will be fought collectively, and it cannot be a one-man show with everybody feeling that they are not part of an act. So largely an image correction, perception correction and course correction exercise today carried out by the Prime Minister as far as Uttar Pradesh is concerned.
Thank you so much, Rahul Srivastava, for all the latest, and currently meeting the party president and already has met the Prime Minister and the Home Minister. And now my colleague Akshita Nandagopal will be explaining to you all the instances possibly of friction between the Chief Minister and even the Prime Minister. So what are the bone of contention and the issues that are playing out? Listen in.
There's been a lot of talk and speculation about some friction and problems between Yogi Adityanath and Prime Minister Modi. And here's why. Now, what we understand is that Prime Minister Modi did not greet Yogi Adityanath on his birthday, did not reach out to him and wish the UP Chief Minister. Besides that, Yogi Adityanath also was not invited for an important meet. This was the BJP and RSS meeting to take stock of the current situation and review progress. He wasn't invited for this. Another indicator is the fact that the Prime Minister's pictures are missing from the UP BJP and the UP government handle, which is unlike clearly the BJP. Every advertisement they put out has the Prime Minister's face except those in Uttar Pradesh.
So there are clearly a series of meetings that are taking place in Lucknow and Delhi, and that has triggered a speculation. Is there a leadership change that is going to be witnessed in recent future in Uttar Pradesh? The party readying its battle plan ahead of the crucial assembly elections in 2022. Now, sources have confirmed to India Today that the main focus is on 8 key factors, and that could decide the fate of the party. Highly placed sources have said that apart from minor changes in the government, the state government will focus on mission vaccination in Uttar Pradesh. This could also be damage control exercise. The party has already faced a dent in the second wave. There could be focus on organizational strength and to finish the development agenda. But apart from all of this, it's of course political strategy that of caste realignment and expediting the social welfare schemes for poor will also be in focus. The party is also set to focus on strengthening the alliance with NDA partners in the state, more accommodation and crafting on religious sentiments. Once a Congress loyalist and a close aide of Rahul Gandhi, Jitin Prasad has now joined the BJP and may be inducted now in the Uttar Pradesh ministerial cabinet during the cabinet expansion. If sources are to be believed, Prasada will also be made a member of the Legislative Council in July. According to sources, BJP was in search already of a Brahmin face in the state, and perhaps Jitin Prasada fits that position, and therefore his stature also is now being elevated. Yesterday, remember, Prasada met UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath in Delhi, and in an exclusive conversation with India Today, he said that Congress is now rudderless in an election-bound state and has been relegated to a marginal player that has no future. He's also added that Congress workers are unhappy with the functioning of the leadership in Uttar Pradesh. So Scindia is out, so is Jitin Prasada. So Congress party now is trying their best for Sachin Pilot to remain in the fold, and he is reportedly unhappy after promises made to him 10 months ago have not been fulfilled yet. Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and other senior leaders dulled former Deputy Chief Minister, assuring him that all his grievances will be addressed. However, Pilot is set to visit Delhi today and meet the party leadership. His camp, MLA Hema Ram Chaudhary, already had resigned and will be meeting Rajasthan Assembly Speaker. Earlier, Pilot camp had expressed displeasure that the panel that was set up after Pilot's rebellion last year did not take any action against the issues that were raised by the camp. And so when asked on a possible rift with Chief Minister Gehlot again, Sachin Pilot decided for now to evade the question. He's also taken part in Congress's fuel hike protest.
राजस्थान की राजनीति किस तरह से देखते आप राजस्थान की राजनीति किस तरह से देखते आप
Congress leader Sachin Pilot arrived at this petrol station in the protest against the price hike of petrol and diesel. He came over here for hardly 10 minutes, and that was after he had paid obeisance to his late father, Mr. Rajesh Pilot, in Dausa district. Thereafter, he arrived out here and he tried to put to rest all speculations about his leaving the Congress or joining the BJP. He maintained that he is in Congress and that the fight is against the policies of the Narendra Modi government at the center, which have affected the people of the country. He mentioned that the petrol and diesel prices have skyrocketed and demanded that the government should take action in that regard. Pilot also tried to quell all speculations regarding him being disappointed or him being unhappy presently in the Congress, and try to maintain that the grouse or the grievances that the members of the Pilot camp have, they will be addressed by the party high command. With Nikhil Sharma, Devankur Vadhavan in Jaipur, India Today.
And apart from Rajasthan, is a bigger crisis brewing in Punjab for the Congress party? There is a divide between Chief Minister Captain Amrinder Singh and party MLA Navjot Singh Sidhu, and that has now continued since months. Now, Sidhu's aide has targeted Captain Amrinder Singh, asking the High Command, and that has appointed a committee to remove him. Reacting to media reports, Pargat Singh demanded Captain Amrinder Singh to come clean on reports suggesting that he had submitted a dossier on some legislators to the committee to end factionalism in the state unit. Pargat Singh is raising these questions on the functioning of the state government, and the Chief Minister, however, rejecting the allegation of this MLA on keeping a dossier of party colleagues. He has said that he has never done such things in his entire political career and that his mantra for governance is trust and transparency. Meanwhile, as dissent is only escalating, Bharatiya Janata Party has jumped in. The BJP has taken a pot shot at Amrinder Singh, with Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri saying that the Congress party infighting in Punjab is taking a toll on the distracted Punjab Chief Minister.
जिस दिन तो कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह जिहड़ी दिल्ली कमेटी दे सामने पेश हो के आए हैं उस दिन तो बड़ियां सिलेक्टिव जियां लीकेज ते जिहदे विच जिहड़े डोजियर बना के दिते गए आ MLAs ते मिनिस्टर्स दे मैं कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह जी नूं ये कहना चाहुंदा कि ये तुसी पब्लिकली दसो भी जे ये डोजियर गए आ ते ये करप्ट बंदे किहड़े आ ते जे मेरा भी उहदे विच हैगा तां मेरा भी सब तो पहला भावें जिहड़ा कढ के दसो।
Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad is currently speaking and this time targeting the Delhi government, the Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal over the allegations of ration mafia.
और कई तो बड़े प्रदेश में 99%, यूपी, एमपी, मेरे प्रांत बिहार में 95% है, बाकी प्रांतों में भी होगा, कुछ कांग्रेसी प्रांतों में भी होगा। अब दिल्ली की कहानी जरा सुनिए आप। दिल्ली में जनवरी 2018 में ई ऑथेंटिकेशन राशन कार्ड पर शुरू किया गया और आदेश जी और विदुरी जी 4 महीने में इसको रोक दिया गया अप्रैल 2018 में। इस 4 महीने में क्या हुआ? 4 लाख फर्जी राशन कार्ड पकड़े गए दिल्ली में। मैं फिर कहना चाहता हूं, माननीय केजरीवाल जी, जनवरी 18 में आपने शुरू किया, अच्छा किया। 4 महीने में क्यों रोक दिया? क्या समस्या थी? समस्या यह थी कि 4 लाख फर्जी राशन कार्ड पकड़ लिए गए थे। तो राशन माफिया दिल्ली सरकार पर हावी हो गया, इसको रोको। आदेश जी, विदुड़ी जी, तर्क क्या दिया गया कि टेक्नोलॉजी काम नहीं करती है। तो आपने 4 महीने में 79% ऑथेंटिकेशन कैसे कर लिया भाई, जो 4 महीना हुआ? और अगर टेक्नोलॉजी की समस्या थी तो आईटी विभाग में मुझसे आग्रह करते, भारत सरकार को लिखते। दिल्ली तो भारत की राजधानी है ना। मेघालय में हो रहा है, कश्मीर में हो रहा है, नागालैंड में हो रहा है, अरुणाचल में हो रहा है, जो पहाड़ों में है, हिमाचल में हो रहा है, उत्तराखंड में हो रहा है। यहां क्या परेशानी है आपको? और अगर टेक्नोलॉजी पर हुआ तो 1 महीने में ठीक हो जाता, शुरू कर देते। अप्रैल 2018 से आज तक आपने ऑथेंटिकेशन पॉस मशीन का दिल्ली के राशन कार्ड की राशन दुकानों में शुरू क्यों नहीं किया? यह दायित्व किसका है? केजरीवाल जी की सरकार का है। तो यह मेरा दूसरा सवाल है। अब मैं आता हूं होम डिलीवरी। ये होम डिलीवरी देखने में बड़ा अच्छा लगता है, लेकिन थोड़ा इसके अंदर जाइए तो इसमें स्कैम के कितने गोते लगेंगे वही समझ में आ जाएगा। और इसको मैं थोड़ा विस्तार से बताना चाहता हूं। आप जब राशन कार्ड की दुकान पर लेते हैं तो वो मोहल्ले में है, घर के बगल में है, और उसका एक वैधानिक दायित्व इस कानून के अंतर्गत है। मतलब आपका विजिलेंस होगा, आपका इंस्पेक्शन होगा, आपका सोशल ऑडिट होगा, कितना माल आया, कितना गया, इसका आपको हिसाब देना पड़ेगा। नहीं देंगे तो आपके खिलाफ कार्रवाई होगी। हमारे स्टेटमेंट में आपको मिलेगा यहाँ क्या क्या हुआ है.
So the union minister targeting the chief minister of Delhi, saying that there are serious allegations of ration mafia involved. I'm heading into a very short break. When we return, Congress